Hello, everyone. A warm welcome to Gitanjali's Radio 90.4. This is Adda, a talk show where we dive into meaningful conversation and learn from inspiring individuals. I'm your host, Shagufta, and I am thrilled to welcome a very special guest in our studio, Father Varghese Thomas from Carmel School, Shuri. Welcome, Father.
Thank you.
We are very much honored to have you here. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is my first experience as in a studio.
Okay.
So I'm enjoying. I hope I'll enjoy. And it will be good evening for all of us and the listeners as well as viewers and for us too.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So the first thing we would like to ask, according to you, what is an ideal school?
Ideal schools, we can name it as an ideal school, but there are different aspects coming into that. So it can, there are, one part is an academical part, and then extracurricular part, and the discipline part, and their exposure part. So all this together we can call the ideal school. So that's in a symbol, I can say, where we can, children, we are getting exposure to all these, and where they are nurtured properly, groomed properly in all these aspects. Education is not regarding one aspect, support any of this one. So as a human being, we have a social aspects, we have a psychological aspects, we have emotional aspects, academical, and then all these aspects has to be developed. That is called in educare, means education comes from a Latin word educare, to bring out the best out of a person. It's like a sculptor, an artist who trying to bring out a good sculpture out of a raw material. So this is education, so holistic education. So you can put it in the whatever way, what is an inclusive, all aspects. So we have to bring it out, the best aspect. So it is not one aspect of that. Entire aspects, we have to take care of it. How successful, how effective we can do that, that will be an ideal school.
Right. That means a holistic development.
Of course.
What do you think? Should the government increase the number of English medium schools?
It's a policy matter. Of course, it differs from state to state. But looking back, we can see that nowadays in all the states, these English medium schools, English medium culture or English medium schools are coming up. There are different aspects to that. Maybe parents will be looking for better opportunities, better educations, and a better access. English means, we have to think that it is not about anything foreign. So sometimes we have English medium, so we have English medium culture or foreign culture. It's not about the culture, it is about the language. A medium. Okay, the medium is English. But all our schools are Indian. All the English medium schools, I prefer to say, all are Indian. All are based on Indian culture.
So are the students balancing in Indian culture?
There is a question called then, if you have connecting this question with maybe our language, our regional languages. Of course, I would say that there is students are lagging with their regional language. But at the same time, all the boards insist on nowadays three language base. One is the first language, second language, and third language. If it is an English medium school, so the first language will be in English, or the second language in the respective state's language, and then our national language as well. So children are introduced with the language, and it is up to each child according to their capacity, the language capacity and the speaking capacity, I would say. So whether they're excelling in these subjects. So it is about, I would say, it is about a medium.
It's only about a medium.
English medium, it's a medium, but we have all the English medium schools, I would like to put it as all the English medium schools are very much Indian.
So, sir, what step should a school take for the mental and social development for the students?
Schools should take, of course, there are what is called policies, government policies, and all the schools, even government or in private schools, they take these days a lot of steps to balance this both. Because only able body, early groomed or well-prepared mind can survive. So we need to have a physical educations, and at the same time, a mental education is also required, or mental wellness is required.
Yeah.
Okay. And so in these aspects, schools are arranging counseling sessions or one-to-one sessions. And then more or less even the instructions are there, where all the institutions, especially in our Indian, our states, more or less in Indian continent, or more or less in near future also, this will be a mandatory one where a counselor should be a compulsory. And then almost, I think, in the townships or in the metros, so more or less all the schools have this aspect. One counselor is now it made mandatory.
Yeah.
So we need to, as a subject teacher, we need to look for, and of course it is coming up. So we need to look for a counselor who is full-time counselor in each school, because children wellness, mental wellness need to be taken care. Because most of the time, children are now coming from a nuclear families, whether they are not getting much time to interact with their parents because
Lack
maybe
of time.
a township like even Suri and bigger townships like our nearby Ramburhat or in Bardhaman or Durgapur or in Calcutta. So many parents are working. Both parents are working.
Working parents, and
Working
they have
parents.
lack of time.
And then earlier the social, what is called a setup, where our grandparents, presence of grandparents and a bigger family, that is nowadays narrowing down. So in these aspects, we have to take these wellness aspects, we have to take it seriously, because children need an exposure. They need somebody to listen to them, and they need somebody to talk to them, and they need to communicate. So all these spaces is required, and this time is required, that ambience is required. And at home, out of these constraints, as well, if it's a working parent, and even then, they will be students will be finding difficult, and parents are finding difficult because they are also running to meet their both ends. So in these aspects, we need the wellness of the children. Mental wellness is required. And then I'm saying, as we follow the policies, we can see that government is rolling out the policies where a mandatory counselor or a regular basis, a counseling sessions or one-to-one sessions will be mandatory or will be coming up now. It's already in place, but it will be mandatory like any other subjects teacher in future, near future.
More is coming.
Yes.
So talking about wellness aspect, studies and sports are closely linked.
Sure.
To what extent should an ideal school emphasis on this regard?
I've just shared just before, only able body, only a fit body, a fit mind can survive. So if you take these aspects, so without a fit body, we won't be getting a healthy mind. So for a healthy body, we need exercise, physical exercise, or physical training we need. And I would say school is the best place for that, because they are getting physical training along with their peers. The social aspect, interaction aspects, learning aspects. One experience I have with the children when I have shared with them, or when I have interacted with them. So my observation, children learn best among their peers and among the activities. That can be outdoor activities more than the class, indoor classes. So children learn more in outdoor activities among with their peers. So that can be a sports activity. So sports, a physical exercise, or that wellness, physical wellness is contribute to you or attribute to you mental wellness. So we need to promote these physical activities, of course, the physical educations. And now it is all mandatory in all the schools. A physical education teacher is mandatory now. So it is complementary.
Yeah, outdoor activities is very much important for each human beings, actually. How important is parental involvement in studies, in the student studies?
Parental involvement is an integral part of studies for a child's schooling. I always think about it's like our hands. So with one hand I can do a little. With the both hand I can do better, a little more. So a school management, the faculty, and this is one hand. And the other hand will be the parents or the family, and then the child. These three aspects has to mix well. How much I can, how effort, how actively, or how much in a better way I can interact these three aspects with my both hands, my grooming or the creation which I have made in the children, so that will be better. So both hands are required. So I would say parental involvement is, we need both hands. School is only one aspect, and parent or family is another aspect, and the child. This three has to be merged in a better way. That merging, or how effective, how interactive that merging or that interactions, the result will be based on that.
What do you say to the parents who are lack of time in this situation of neutral family?
There is no shortcut, I would say. There is no shortcut as such. As parents who are working parents, and we need to find time for them. As a human being, we need time. Everyone needs time. Everyone needs somebody to talk. Everyone needs somebody to listen to. Parents are the best persons to do all these responsibilities. If you have not giving that space, if you are not giving that time, children will look for outside the home, outside the house, outside the parents, where they are looking for comfort, whether they are looking for time, or whether they are looking for activities, engagements, all. So parents are the best person to give that. And if you are if you are living for our kids, I would say parents, whatever schedules, at least in a week or in daily schedules, or then we need to complement. Maybe a father may be working or mother may be working. So if both, at least they should get a schedule so that they will be able to give time to the child.
Exactly. And there is another burning issue in these times, that is social media,
Yes.
addiction of social media.
Yes.
What do you say in this regard?
Social media addiction, this is all connected. All these aspects are connected actually. So I cannot pinpoint, this is the reason. I cannot pinpoint, or I cannot tell with us. So it's all connected. There are issues, or there are factors like many parents, or sometimes parents use this mobile or what is called social media to keep it as a child care center. If you give a mobile, or if you open the video games, nobody should be taken care. Child will be there. Child will be fully engaged with that, and so it is
very much
like a child care center. It is. So that, keeping that in mind, at the same time, there is a negative reinforcements we have, knowingly or unknowingly, we are giving to the child. Yes, in order to engage my time, in order to interact, I have my mobile. So child used to get it with this one. So unfortunately, whether the child doesn't know himself or herself is what he's doing. But as an elders, we should have an eye. We should have a back eye. So it is going to be damageful for the child. So that aspects we had to keep in mind as a parents or as an elders. And at the same time, so now children are getting a lot of resources. We can use it for both positive and negative in that.
Yeah.
So I am not telling that, no, children shouldn't be given a mobile, or they shouldn't be introduced to social media. Yes, we have to, because
but there should be a time limit.
There should be a control, there should be a monitoring, and there should be a timetable, so that they'll be trained, groomed accordingly, and they'll be able to know what is good and what is not good. So that parental monitoring has to be there.
Exactly. So, Father, what should the student-teacher relationship be like?
I would say it should be, or it is a mentor. A teacher is a mentor. A teacher is a guide. Earlier, we had the concepts of teacher-centered schooling or teacher-centered teaching. Nowadays, it has become child-centered. A child is the center. Even at home and even the school, child is the center. So even our policies, approaches are all become child-centered. So here, the role of a teacher, even it is child-centered. When we say child-centered, it doesn't mean that yes, a teacher has no role there. Teacher has a role. Teacher has a role as an elder, as a guide, as a mentor. So that is a role and that is a responsibility of a teacher in the teacher-student relationship.
What do you think? There should be a friend-like relationship between them. Is it okay?
You can be a friend, no issue. I would I sometimes communicate with my teachers that, so we should laugh, you should find time to laugh with your students. But students should know, teacher also should know, up to which I can go.
The thin line.
Yeah, thin line. That is a very tricky area. If you cross that, it is a risky fact, a risky aspect.
Right. Now, the next question is regarding our current government education policy.
Okay. No, NEP.
NEP.
Okay.
What is your opinion in this regards?
NEP is a policy government has rolled down, and it's a recommendations. What is a recommendation? Still, it is waiting. It is noted, but government is planning to completely execute it by the year of 2030 and 35. That. So it has started slowly. It is, but it is guidelines like NCERT's guidelines, clear-cut guidance. Now that is rolled out. But as a policy, government has taken decisions in that and it was, I would say, it was futuristic, and regarding the approaches and regarding the subjects and the options and the freedom in the higher education level and the school education level we should have. So it's a approach, it's a policy we have taken. So we need to, but at the same time, there are some risk factors as well, because this transitions, it takes time and you should have clarity, since we are following more or less a age-old traditions and systems we are following. So changing from this system to another system, it's not easy. It takes time and it's have its challenges as well. So that challenges how effectively we are managing, so that proper guidelines has to be there. So with that proper guidelines, if we are able to manage that challenges, so it is going to be a futuristic step, I would say.
All right, sir.
So all the boards, regarding all the boards in India, what is available. So they are rolling out the instructions or rolling out the guidelines regarding gradually incorporate this NEP into the curriculum aspects. Already the textbooks have already come up with that. And plus other guidelines like all the different format available, different format is prescribing in the as per the NEP, that is slowly rolling out.
This is very much...
One thing, again, I would intervene in between. I would suggest that because nowadays we have this plus 2 level, in the plus 2, we have the specialization. So as per the new NEP, it is from class 9, this specialization start. So for a child, or when we compare with the other international level education systems and everything, so all these subjects, or 8 subjects or 12 subjects need to study till their plus 2 level. So they'll have more time for their particular specialization subject that start from class 9 as per the new NEP in that. But now we have up to class 10, so all the subjects, whatever the boards is prescribing, children has to go through that.
Exactly.
So it is, there are criticism regarding, the present policies and everything. So when we look into in that aspects, being criticism regarding that policy. So I would say sometimes it is unjust. A child is forced to study entire these subjects, which actually when he is going for his further studies, higher studies, or into his job, practically he doesn't need all the rest of the subjects. He will be reading only 1 or 2 subjects as such. So in that aspects, if you look into, so this what is called this new formations are, I would say, much better. So that children will be able to give more focus, they'll get more time, and the subject which they love, they can master a little bit more.
They get more time to learn.
Yes.
Right, sir. There is another very unfortunate situation, that is due to lack of students, many Bengali medium school is closing. What do you say regarding this?
I would say, since I'm from out of this stage, I can say it is not the story of only West Bengal. If you go through the entire different states, so more or less the scenery is more or less same. But at the same time, it is not from entire locality or entire jurisdictions this scenario we are finding. There are government schools which goes in high standard, which goes in high standard, which are very parents are looking for this to get admissions in these government schools. It depends upon how you execute there, how you execute, how the executions, how the academic, how the discipline and other aspects are taken care in each school, whether it is a private or a government school.
What about the school dropouts?
School dropout rates regarding the private school or in the government schools, you are asking?
Both, sir.
Regarding the private schools, if I say the dropout rates is much range. There is leaving the study in between, the rate is much less. Of course, they may be changing their schools or changing their boards, maybe from different boards available in our country. So they may be changing the boards. Depends upon their capacity or depends upon their aptitude and depends upon their dreams, whatever they may be changing in that. So in that aspects, I don't see any dropouts in the private sector, private schools.
But what is happening in the government sector?
So in the government sector, it depends mainly if you go into the village scenario. So village scenario, I would say the observation which I have so far, it's a parental attitude matters, motivation matters. Suppose I'm coming from this Nagari or Patra side. So it's a village, we have quite many village schools and we have an organization called the KEXAP, which takes care the students those who are going to government school, and we are giving a free education to supplementary education. We have termed it as a supplementary education program. We support these students, those who are going to schools, government schools, to sustain them and to better their studies, so that children won't be feel, suppose I'm not able to patch up or nobody is there to support me. When children are back in their home, so parents may not be able to support them. Parents may not be able to guide them. It is not about the problem of the parents nor the child. So children need the support. And if we are not able to provide that support, parents will find it is there is no use. So I'm not able to help my child. So better not to go to the school. Child from the child's perspective, so nobody said I am not able to cope up with the study. So I'm not able to understand it. So child feels that, oh, what is the use of going there? I'm feeling bored there. I have not able to perform. So he all the more feels low confidence, and then he'll find out something else to get engaged. So he'll find out something else outside the class, outside the school premises, and that. So gradually, so this what is called dropout rates increasing. So we need to engage the children according to their will. So as an example, I told there are a lot of organizations, NGOs are doing working with the field of education, especially to maintain this, to clear these dropouts and to reduce the dropout rates. It's working, but at the same time, it is not small portions or when we take it in the entire state and entire country. So the figures are much more alarming. And there one issue or one concern I have, parental attitude, because parents have, some of them are not oriented in the sense. So not ambitious in the sense not for engine. So my education, what is the purpose of education? What is the use of education? So nobody to motivate them regarding that. And they are not motivated and they are not supported in that. So in that aspects, what happens if a child is not getting a parental support, parental motivations, they are the best person to motivate a child. So if they are not getting that, of course, naturally, the other side, children will drop out.
Is it from the lack of awareness?
One aspect, I would say. And there are some financial aspects. And suppose if from a village aspect I'm selling. So a child, we know that when child labor and education's policies and everything made it mandatory education compulsory in that. But there are other policies, other rules and regulations where child labors and everything is banned. But still we know that, we'll see that sometimes children are asked from the parental's perspective. If I send the child to my school, what will get? And whereas if I take my child to for work along with me, at least he'll earn 10 rupees or 20 rupees.
Exactly.
So in that context or in that aspects, what can I say or what we can say that? So there, parental awareness or parental awareness matters. We need to make the parents aware of what is the importance of education. So it takes time. It's not a one-day business. It is not a one-day business. So it takes time.
I have heard about the welfare projects of K. Carmel, but before continuing this engaging conversation, let's take a short break. Stay tuned to 90.4 Gitanjali Radio, Shivdi's first ever community radio station. We'll be back in a short.